One second, guys. Hey, Frankie, how you doing, buddy? Peter Cole, good afternoon, bud. Hi, Anna, how you doing? All right, let's just bear with me a couple of minutes. Let everyone get logged in. Peter Armand, good afternoon, sir. Stuart, Simon, Vic, how we doing, guys? Big moves, as I mentioned last night. Big moves. The deal with China, the reset, obviously that sent US indexes flying, gold tumbling, $102 down on the day. Look, we're in a zone right now on gold where we could see some buyers potentially step in, last little bit of support here. But realistically, what we want to focus on right now is um, BPC trade short. So that's going to be the focus. So looking for any kind of correction, pullback, and then we will look for continuation short. Um, Guys, okay, so there's a few here. End of June, I am hosting a 2-day day trading course. It's going to have to be the 28th and 29th. So dates are going to be confirmed. It has to be the 28th and 29th. I can't do the 21st and 22nd. So for those of you interested in attending the 2-day day trading course, um, yeah, it's going to be on the 28th and 29th. Spaces have already been acquired this morning. We're already 3 or 4 spaces taken from a potential 12. Okay, so if you're interested in that, guys, let me know directly, and I can send you all the info that's needed. Um, okay, so 28th and 29th are going to be the dates. So at the minute we have Shreyas, Peter Armand, Yotko. Where's okay? Peter Shreyas. So that's there. Where's Yotko? Uh, Yotko's in. Then we've got a few that are letting me know today, um, or later tonight. So Simon, Daryl, and Lola. So Simon and Daryl. So there's potential 5 gone of the 12 already, and I've not even sent the email out to the entire to all the members yet. So there's uh, not going to be a lot of space left, guys, unless I can find another bigger room in the hotel. But yeah, there's they're in there. Um, oh sh um, no problems. Peter can't make it. Uh, difficult. Yeah, no problem, guys. No problem. Funny enough, I've just had someone say that the 28th doesn't work for them as well. Uh, that's in. So either I see if the place can do the 14th. I think the first weekend of July is going to be too much. Let me have a look at the dates. 5th and 6th. I think kids break up, don't they, on the the next week, 5th and 6th of July. So it's either going to have to be the 14th, 15th of June. Yeah, I've just had literally. Let me know if the 14th, 15th of June works, because they had space for the usual room on all 3 dates according to, but I can't do the 21st. I was just giving people more time by saying the 28th. Yeah, my missus is working away on the 21st, hence I don't think Alana would sit still in a room for 48 hours. I think she would drive everyone bonkers, or you'd be sick of Mickey Mouse. So potentially then, um, the 14th. I've just had. So let me know if the 14th works. If not, I'll have to keep it as the 28th. Okay, let's have a look at the charts. See what's happening. So today has been quite a nice day all round. Um, we are in a zone where, look, prices come down into major demand area. Uh, we have just broken the highs, but look, rather than just thinking about pure price action here, you've got hourly resistance here. Let's have a look at the 30. 30 is the same. Look at the 15. Let's push that resistance level up slightly. So BPCs, what we want to think about is, if you're going to be a contrarian trader, then you've got breakouts to the upside. Okay, so if we're looking for breakouts to the upside, then fine, that's going to be contrarian. We've got room, well, you've got plenty of room, really. The next sort of zone is all the way up here, but I really can't envisage that the market's going to run all that way. But you never know. You never know. It's potential. So look, you could look for breakouts long above here. That is against the breakout buys above 3233.8. So there's potential there, guys. Now, on that basis, we know that the predominant trend after the news announcement that was made by Trump yesterday, with with the agreement, official reset between China and the US trade deal, was obviously very positive. And therefore, what that's going to mean is you're going to see significant moves positive on indexes and negative moves on gold. Now, nothing ever moves in a, a one directional move, right? Yes, we can get it, and then there's always pullbacks and a continuation. So what I'm thinking is, if we do get above here, then we want to start waiting for resistance to be formed to continue the sells. If we're going to look for a BPC from here, we need a seller candle to form, a wick up, and then a move lower. What we also want to see is, do we have clear traffic to trade into? So if we get a seller candle from here, then we've got to look at the wherever price, whatever opportunity we get, we're looking to sell it into 3221. So as price currently stands in and around this area, you can have about 70 pips, but that's before the seller candle's being formed. So we might not even get the opportunity there yet. So we're going to sit tight for this right now, but potential, as I said, for BPC trade here, you've got uprange candles. You just have to wait now for a bearish candle close, whether that's on the 15 or the 30. That's your prerogative. But we'll sit tight and we'll wait for it until we get it. And then we can't really do anything. I'm just going to throw on here bias short. So if the bias is short, then in theory, what I want to be looking for is BPC short trades or breakout sells. That's what I want to be thinking. Doesn't mean I won't trade the longs, but in theory, I'm looking for sells below 3207.3. So that's what we're looking for. Yeah. Any questions? Let's have a look, see what news we've got. Not that one. Where are you? There we go. Okay. So news today. Let's get rid of medium news. 1:30, we've got Corsi. Oh, no, that's Tuesday. Nothing today. Quiet day today. So no major news. Well, saying that, I think no major news other than the trade deal that's been set. No major. I think we should probably word that as no major news scheduled going forward, as opposed to no major news, because obviously we've had huge news out overnight. So we'll wait for that one. DAX, let's get this cleared off. All right, so what's happened? So the news happened. We had a huge gap up. So this is, forget this. I don't know why some brokers do this. This little candle here is the Sunday night hours. So basically the 11 till 12 bit. And then we've seen the market push up and then come all the way back down. Effectively close the gap. But this is new all-time highs. That was the old structure we were looking at that the market broke and closed above. So in theory, we're looking for BPC longs here, right? 4-hour chart doesn't look great. Maybe if this hourly candle closes like this, you could look for buy. Let me just check the 30. Okay. Anything you think maybe to be concerned with here on the 30? I'm going to wait for the hourly to close, to be fair. I'm not going to do anything on the lower time frame here because markets have been a bit wild. So um, when you look here, you just see that support, as you say, Frankie, has been broken. So it's created a new low, and then we're testing what was old support that it previously rejected. So in theory, this is where sellers could come back into the market. Yeah. So we'll sit tight. We'll see what happens on the hourly. If the hourly closes bullish and back above this high, then theory we could find a wick down and buy above the highs and take it back up into that little bit of structure here. But yeah, I wouldn't want to be doing anything other than that right now. Guys, just bear with me 1 second. I'm just going to get some water. Sorry about that. Let's get a little bit of music on as well. While we're sat here watching. Okay, there we go. So looking at the hourly, you've got to wait for support to be formed. The 30-minute support had been formed. Because look, we've got the seller candle, got the buyer candle. Now we've got an up range candle. So this looks well for a move higher. But I would say just wait for this hourly to confirm. I don't want to get caught in global markets. Good afternoon, sir. How are you? How's everything in Tanzania today? some big old moves overnight. We caught a few things this morning, but I've hit the daily, just short of the daily targets, but I'm trading very small at the minute for the copy trader provider. So yeah, the challenges have been set, and I'm adhering to them. Two trades today, both on gold, because why not? It's the one that's giving the opportunity. Is a simple this one around, where was it? Traded these two candles here. Break of that this morning. 5 minute, yeah. It was just moving too fast. This candle here, there was no setup. The 8 a.m. there was no setup. It just dropped. And then I was looking for a pause and then to get in, and that's what I got here with this one. So so now we're just gonna sit tight. I mean, look, to be fair, how much is it gonna move today? I have no idea, but well, it's done $100, which is pretty much extreme for gold. We've seen it do 100, 105, 106, but that's a crazy move for gold. So if anything, I would kind of favor maybe a little bit of a corrective move, just on the basis that we've moved 100 and what was it? Let me just see what it was exactly. 118. Christ, I mean that really was a monstrous move. So right now, as I said, bias remains short, but we have to wait for our setup. So the setup we're waiting for is BPC, short trades, or breakout sells. So the BPC, we can look to trade from where we currently stand. We just got to wait for a seller candle. 15-minute chart just looks a little bit messier. Um, but you guys taking any trades today, or have you been quiet? Because that first one this morning just went literally insane. Went without us. Even like last night, I was watching, but there was. Yeah, I mean, look, I'd also look at the NASDAQ, but the NASDAQ's 800 points up on the day. Let me get rid of these. And so we're looking for buys above here. Hmm. Yeah, there's potential for sells underneath here, but no, so I'll go buys above 20,889. Well done, Anna. Share your chart. Let's have a look which one you took. Drop it in the members chat and I'll pull it up. Uh, Sells below. And there we go. Okay, like I say, there's no major news. So no major news. Uh, Bias equals. So we're going to focus on breakout longs or BPC long. So that's going to be the focus. Doesn't mean I won't trade short, but that's where I see Oh my days, just literally just sat down. I don't been surrounded by 20 kids and a bit of sunshine. I can't stop yawning now. Li- Literally 1 hour there, exhausted. Yeah, just um. Okay, so just get waiting for what we got. 140. So no, that's gonna open in what 50 minutes. Where's that? Lovely. Okay, Anna, thank you. Let me get that for you. I'll have a look at the picture. Okay, Anna took a contrarian trade. So look, 3208. That is, I'll have to have a look, but I'm pretty certain that was down at the daily support level. Now, have a look. We've seen price. Price has pulled up. We've had a bullish candle close. Next candle's given a big wick down, and then we've bought above the high. Stop loss below the lows. We've got clear candle space from what 24 to 30. Oh, wrong right. From 24 to 32. So you've got about 80 pips of clear candle space. Market's come down. You've hit nice TPs, and then at some point in there, it's pulled back to hit you at break even. So great trade, Anna. Like it. I know Frankie was looking at something similar. I don't know if it was around this time or here. Um, but yeah, I think when the market has dropped $100 on the day, I'm kind of favoring the fact that a pullback is due. But we can't rule out the continuation of this just because of the nature of what's happened and the deal that's been done. So if I'm going to trade a BPC right now, if this candle in the next 20 minutes closes anything like this, we get a wick up and then we can sell, then it makes sense to continue the move lower. Yeah, trading with the trend. Don't try and fall out with your friend. And your friend is the trend for sure. So, hey Tiff, how you doing? Have you been? I've not seen you in any of the YouTubes recently. Yeah, the friend is your trend till the bend in the end. But but yeah, just keep. Don't try and at times like this. There's no need to be too clever, right? Now we're going to see consolidation. I mean, look, the market after a $50 gap just consolidated for what? How many? Let's have a look. Consolidate for what? 8 hours, and then the next 1 hour decided to drop $61. So you know that when consolidation comes, there's highly likely there's going to be another big move. The question is which direction. So right now we're just this is what we're doing. We're just mapping out the chart. We're waiting for what's Nathan sharing? Nathan took the gift. Nice trade. You see the level was here. Bullish candle closed above. Inside candle. Buy stop above the break of the inside candle high. As soon as it triggers, stop loss underneath the inside candle low, and then obviously your take profit is wherever you take profit is. In this instance, it looks like he picked 40 pips as his profit. So well done, bud. Nice, clean, simple trade. Get your alert set here, because if we break above here, we do have clear path. Where's Forex Live? See what's if anything's being said. Um, US China breakthrough leads to a breakout. Yeah, we can see that huge moves. Greek Monday markets. Yeah, US China strike deal to lower tariffs after talks. It's literally all US China tariff talks. Okay, how is the China painting the trade deal situation back at home? Okay, I'm not really seeing anything else other than China-US tariff talks. And on that basis, look, we just need to do the one thing, which is we find our setup and we wait for it. So we've highlighted the charts that we're going to look at. We've got gold. We can look for a breakout above structure at 32, 33 or 32, 34, somewhere around there. Right. Not seeing anything else there. Let's have a look at the DAX. Not let me just get the alert set on the NASDAQ. So I'm gonna put NASDAQ breakout long. Let's get rid of these. Okay, and then we're gonna look at NASDAQ breakout short. Okay, I'm gonna leave this little bit here because you could probably look for an opportunity underneath here, but I'm gonna wait for a real move, and if we get below here, then that candle space is so clear that we should at least be able to hit our T2s, no problems whatsoever. So options are no trade range in this zone here. If you want to take something underneath, let's say these wicks here, then that's your call. I'm going to stay out of that. I'm going to wait for the market to get above 20,889 or get below 20,723. Um, any questions so far, guys? Uh, so there's a few. It doesn't matter. I'll leave that one alone. Crypto. I can have a look. Sure. Is there a sell on the Nasdaq on the hourly? Um, So, right, where's your resistance level? So daily is here, right? Let's have a look at the 4 hour. So 4 hours is going to push up slightly. Hourly. There is a little bit of something here. I'm just going to change the color, but potentially, Simon. Potentially, mate. Um, you could take a sell underneath that low if you wanted. Um, I'm not going to, but you could do, and I can see why you're looking at it. You've got a structure, um, market, very strong bullish trend, but we have come into like a minor hourly level when we looked back. Hence, I've drawn the level in red. You've got a seller candle. You've had a wick up. So if we break the low, do we have enough room to get to target? Yeah, you got what, 73 pips. So you could get T1, T2. Hey Sid, how you doing, mate? Welcome. So yeah, I think you could do it. I'm just not gonna do it. It doesn't mean that I do. It's not that I don't like it. I just I'm gonna wait for a little bit more of a stronger trade. So if it pulls back, then I'd be interested in looking for the BPC. It'd be my way of looking at it right now. I just don't. This level, I'm not so sold on it. If it makes sense, I can see why you're looking at it, the red line, um, but it doesn't. It's not a peak. If I go back, do you know what I mean? It's not. This is a peak. This, yeah, it's a pullback and it's a lower high, and I can see why you're doing it. Um, but where I see something like this or this, it's not really jumping out at me as a key level. So I can't say that I'd expect a lot of people to be looking at this level. So I'm going to stick with my buy setup focus. So it's not that I'm don't like I said, Simon. It's more the fact that the momentum's so strong to the upside. I'm just going to focus on BPC's uh, long setups or breakout longs, unless I see a change in structure. So right now the structure is still to the upside. So if we get below here, then we'll have seen the market pull back, create a low, create a high, come down, create a lower high, and then a lower low. So the next low would be, the next high would be one that I could trade. Um, let's have a look at the DAX. DAX is still dropping. Gold still 90. Now look, dollar yen's absolutely flown on the back of this news. Cheers, Vic. Yeah, I don't think you're really going to miss anything today, to be fair. It is a little bit quiet out there because the markets have moved so much already. Is it when the markets have moved this much, I always have that feeling that you feel like they can't go any further, but yet they do seem to, and yet when they've gone that far, you kind of in the back of your mind go, well, I want to look for a contrarian trade. So you start talking yourself into um, you talk yourself into a strange way of looking at the market, which is why I'm just saying, right, these markets are so bullish on the news that's been released last night. Then you just want to continue with that direction until we see a change in structure. It'd be very easy for me to sit here and go, right, okay, gold, right, we've come into that level, right, we're 100 down on the day, let's just look for buys. Now, we've not seen structure change yet. Yes, we've seen it find support, but here what's happened is you're probably going to need to look on a lower time frame. There. If you look, it's come down, created support, created resistance, created support. Now it's coming back. So if we get above here, what has the market done? If we get above that resistance level, what has the market done? Broken structure. Yes, exactly. That's it. The market has had a change in structure. Then we can start to look for opportunities because look, it's come down, it's created a low, lower high, lower low. Now we're forming maybe another lower high or some structure to then continue lower. And if it does come down, it might create a similar low or a lower low. But as soon as it gets above here, then we've seen a change in structure. We've seen it then create a higher high. So that will give me more confidence to trade with longs. So if you are going to trade against current significant trends or movements like we're seeing, then wait for the market to change structure. That'll give you a much better foothold to trade with. Okay, don't try and force things. Let the market trade with the market sentiment. If there isn't any sentiment, you just see in range, then you can trade either way. It makes no difference. But when you've seen such strong moves like we've seen since last night on the open with gold and the indexes, trade with that direction and the momentum, or wait for structure to change, and then you can trade contrarian. Yes, it means you're going to wait a little bit longer, but by waiting, it will stop you from taking any, let's say, 50-50 trades. We want to put as much probability in our favor as possible. Um, so gold we've got sat there waiting. We've got NASDQ. We know what we're doing. And look at this. This is why I was saying wait for the hourly. Look, that has just spun. The way this had just come back in to test this old structure, I just didn't like it. Now there's a potential short, but you see the difference here, this has, although we had the momentum move to the upside, you have had the change in structure here. So there is a sell in 4 minutes if this candle closes anything like this. The only thing that, again, with this one that I'm not overly enthusiastic about is the number of pips available. So look, we break the lows, you got 34 down to the bottom wick. So that probably means there's about 15 to support. I'd want to see more than that really, guys. So again, it's not a trade that I will take, but I like the way it's played out and the way it's mapped out. I just don't like the reward available, so therefore I won't be trading it. Can you see that, guys? Can you see why I trade this one short, being a contrarian, as opposed to the others? Good.
A simple thumb trick discovered by NASA.
What's I was just seeing what this is. What's this YouTube link you've posted, Frankie? Uh, I'll have a look in a little bit. I clicked on it. I wasn't sure what it was. But yeah, I'll have a look later. So who would look at trading the sell on the DAX? Don't push it, don't force it. All right, okay. So um, so I'm just going to do a quick poll in the members group. In fact, I'll do it here as well. Start a poll because I know most of you that are looking. 2-day course dates, which is best for you? Let me see. 14th, 15th June, 21, 22 June, 28, 29 June. In fact, there's no point putting the 21st, 22nd because I can't do it. What was July? 5th and 6th. 5, 6 July. Oops. 5, 6. There you go. I've just put a poll in the chat, guys. Let me know. This is for London, by the way. So if you're not in London or it's not within, let's say, an hour's drive or so, probably won't be too ideal. Okay, look, first initial move we've seen. Gold test structure. We're breaking above the highs on the 15. I'm not trading it. I'm not trading it, but is this going to lead to a reverse? Let's have a look at the hourly. Hourly's broken above that minor little area. But yeah, if we get an hourly bearish candle, I'm all over that. Peter, you got the same PA as me then? I always have to wait till my PA gets home. We have the same boss. Anyone else have the same boss? Ah, shame, Simon. Yeah, not kidding. As long as we know it, that's the main thing. Are you taking the hourly sell, Simon? Or are you going to wait? I don't want to talk you out of something that you'd be interested in doing. We saw some some very positive trades on the instant accounts last week. So June, no, May. God, I don't know where this month's going. So for new traders, guys, we've got a few things going on, a couple of different promos, depends what you want to do. Um, so for new traders, we have joined in collaboration with Instant FX Capital, open an Instant FX Capital account, and you can be entitled to 30 or up to 90 days free membership with Trade and Train. We are running for new traders as well, a 2-day day trading course at the end of June. This will also include 90 days membership for new traders. And then there's also a annual promo on at the minute. So those of you that are looking to join, you've got a decent understanding, but you want to be part of a community for a good period of time, then for new members or someone that's never been a member, we have a crazy offer on right now. Get your first year membership for £497. Yes, that works out less than like 40 quid a month, I think. But like I say, that is for people that have never been a member. Calculator 497 divided by 12. Uh, so 497 divided by less than a tenner a week, £9.50. Okay, gold's popping through that level now, guys. So if you get this 15-minute candle close up here, then there's going to be options to trade long. Simon's got his order placed on NASDAQ. Well, if gold's breaking higher, you might just see the NASDAQ drop lower. Those weekly wicks are very interesting on gold. If we break those weekly wick lows, you see where today's come down to? That support level that we just highlighted on the daily, which is why I'm not surprised we're seeing buyers step in at the minute. But just waiting for those potential BPCs. If it keeps moving at this rate, it's going to get too far out of the way. Yeah, it's moved $10, so I'd sit tight on that one. You got your order underneath the bearish candle low, Simon. Anyone else? Anyone else got their orders placed underneath there? So this is what it looked like, guys. If you do, you're going to put your sell stop underneath the low of that bearish candle low. Stop loss. Oh, wrong one. Uh, that's what I'd look, something like that. And then as soon as you trigger, bring your stop loss down above the high. Now, I'm like I said, I won't be trading it, but I can see why you are. I'm being so disciplined. So on Friday, I stopped, I think what, 6:40 in the morning. Got my trade, got the profit for the day. But what was interesting was I look back, there was a couple of setups I would have taken, and I'd have handed money back on both of them. So it just made me realize that, when you look at the charts and if you've got your money, yeah, okay, let's say you could have got more. But whatever it is, if you have your targets and you've achieved them, I don't mind being greedy and continuing striking the ball. But the markets are so volatile at the minute. Yes, the volatility is good. It's also a hindrance, right? If you've got your money and you've secured it, because they're not what I call normal trading conditions. Yes, they're amazing. Yes, they're excellent. I love volatility, and it means we're hitting profits, let's say by before 7 in the morning. But it also means as well that if I had taken trades that had set up for me last week on Friday, I'd have probably finished the day down just because the way the volatility is moving. The trades went in the direction that I wanted, and they ultimately did what I wanted them to do. But when I'm looking at when I'm reviewing and doing trade management like reviews afterwards, and I look at right, well, this is how the candle moved. This is what I would have done with my stop loss. The market would have come back, taken me out of my stops, um, and I'd have lost money and handed money back to the market. Now, there's there's a lot to be said for not just finishing the week on a high, but also starting the week on a high. Um, you know, yeah, done my two trades, got my two bits. Like I said, I am a little bit behind my daily quota, what I want for today, on the copy service that we're running. But to have achieved like 80% of the target, anyone that's following going to be happy. We've done that by what time did they message me? Uh, uh, by 9:05, I'd say 9:05 a.m. I said, right, that's it. Day's done. I'm not taking any more trades. Those people who are copying whatever, they've gone to work today. They know that the profits are in the bank, done. There's no more trades going to be done. What a great start to the week. Yeah, I'm sat here, I'm watching. If something amazing sets up, then yeah, I'll take it, but I'll do it on a different, I won't do it on the copy accounts. But I really don't think there is anything amazing right now. I'm looking for opportunities. Um, and like I said, if I'm going to short, I'm going to sell below this one here, 20,700. If I'm going to buy, I want to see the market clean out these resistance levels at 20,890. Quite simple. We don't do anything until the market does what we want it to do. So I'll stick around till US Open at 2:30, and then I'll call it a day. Yeah, members, I'll be back 7 a.m. tomorrow. And YouTube, in fact, I'll set up and let me just check. Tomorrow. What day is it? 13th. Yeah, I'll do YouTube tomorrow, so I'll set that up now while we're waiting for something to happen. Uh, it's the 13th, right? I'm looking for some. Download. Okay. Oh, it probably won't let me manage a broadcast while I'm still in one. So yeah, I'll set that up tomorrow, 1 o'clock. So 1 p.m. GST, BST tomorrow, guys. We'll do another live stream. Hopefully we get some setups to trade. Let me know how you've got on today, guys. If you had a good day and different day, no trades, what have you done today? Terry, I'm 60% up on my daily target. Sell stop was great, but it's cool. You're gonna keep the little you have. No trades, just as order placed for Simon. Um, Nothing placed. Daily target hit this morning on gold. Yeah, perfect. So Peter, that's it, right? You get that done. You just stop. Thanks for turning up and being here. The main thing is, I think sometimes you're going to get more out of sitting here watching and me not placing a trade than sat here and placing trades. Because obviously you expect traders to place trades, but what a lot of people don't expect is for me to just sit here and not place a trade. I'll sit here, come to the live stream, be here for an hour and a half. All I'm doing is trying to master discipline. So the longer I sit here, the longer I say this, and this is what I'm going to do, this is how I'm going to do it. And until that actually happens, all I'm doing is I'm building my discipline, I'm building my skill set. So just adhering to the words that you say. Yeah, I mean, so look, let's take a look at this one right now. Um, what type of trade could you do here? You could do a flip long if you wanted. You could also do, yeah, a breakout. Where did it go? Breakout or false break. You could definitely do breakout. So look, resistance, yes, closed above, clear space, yes, lots of clear space. Next candle to wick down, yes, buy stop above, previous candle high plus spread. So we could put our buy stops above here. Flip. Oh, put the breakout long twice, idiot. There we go. Strong trend. It's the only thing that's a little bit debatable because I wouldn't say it was a strong trend, but it's definitely recently been moving upwards quite strong. Um, so in that case, do you know what? I wouldn't even do the flip. It's not a strong trend, right? The second you have to start trying to justify the trend, it's not what it is. If you look at it and you go, right, that's a strong trend, or you look at it and that's a consolidation. You know, the second you start trying to justify something, you can't do it. So right now, the only thing you could potentially look at would be buys above here. Now, if you wanted to categorize a flip entry, but as like a breakout trade with reduced risk, then you could do that. So a little bit like the dynamic risk, but instead of your first position wouldn't have got triggered down here, second one as it breaks its own high, third one as it breaks the high here. So looking at this, we're saying, right, we've had a deep wick down. Now we've broken our own high. Now we're placing the buy stop. So that's first trade. Second trade is breaking the high. Does that make sense, guys? Go on. It's going a bit funny. So um, I'll build some confidence for that part of trading. What, the multiple positions? So the best way to look at the multiple position, Frankie, is if the breakouts happened and the breakout candle's a big candle, right? Because you don't want to be putting all your lot size in above the high. So you're saying, right, okay, it looks like we've had a strong move. So I want to capture this move. I want to put maybe a third of it down here. I want to put a third of it as it breaks down high and a third of it as it breaks the high of the breakout candle. So that's one way we could look at doing it. Yeah, if you wanted to break it down further, you could do 25%, 50%, 25%. So 25% as it comes down, 50% as it breaks its own high, and the final 25% as it breaks the breakout high candle. So your average price is just getting lower and lower each time. Guys, there really isn't a lot going on. BPC DAX played well. Let's have a look. Yes. Anyone take it? You don't want to take it. It played well because it's with the short-term trend. Only thing that I said about this that I didn't like was the support. Yeah. Had we have had more of a gap down to this structure, I'd have taken it. That's just the beauty of just watching and mapping out your trades. And then when it happens, you just make note. You go, right, okay, that one's in the memory bank for next time. Right, 9 minutes. So I tell you what I'm thinking. I think we're going to have another surge up to the upside. That's my thinking, but we'll see. So that sell trade that I've put in here, this is something that one of the guys was looking at, and I can see why he's doing it. So you got a minor resistance level. We've had seller candle come in, but we haven't had a change in structure. And how aggressive this move has been, I wouldn't really want to be trading short unless we'd had a change in structure. So it's a waiting game, and the way it's panning out right now, I wouldn't be surprised if we break to the upside. You've cancelled. All right, Simon. Uh, oh God, not sat in this chair all weekend. Well, give or take for a little bit when I had to do some admin. Not missed it. Um, live trading days. Gonna do one. I don't know the dates yet. I'm gonna do one up north soon. And this will be open to anyone. So we're probably gonna try Manchester. Um, I'm guessing it's gonna be June, July. What am I gonna do? I'm gonna start doing a few more. Either be Manchester or Leeds. I'm thinking Manchester. Might do one in Newcastle as well. I'm gonna start doing the road trip again. So live trading day, it'll be a small admin fee to join for the day. I'm going to start looking at hotels and different things. We'll start getting a calendar on the website about what's coming up, and these will be members, non-members, different events, different things. We'll do a sponsored day with Instant FX Capital and funded accounts. So on those days we'll give away uh, an instant funded account to anyone that's joined on the day and whoever's made the most pips. Okay, so we are going to start doing several different things like that throughout the course of the year. We do have the dates that I got panned out for a Forex retreat in Alicante. I think it was the 17th of September. Uh, yeah, around the 17th of September. So we've got a few things that are going to be happening for members, non-members. Be some really good things happening. Um, so I'll find out. Yeah, so the live trading days that I'll do on the road will be primarily like members and non-members can attend those. It's going to be like a brand awareness thing. Um, so we've got, yeah, like I say. So I'm going to look for. I do Manchester, Leeds, and then either Newcastle or Birmingham. So probably start doing these either August or September. So, and I'll look to do one a month until the end of the year. So August, September, October, November. That would work actually. August, September, October, November. Okay. Yeah. So maybe Manchester, August, Leeds, September, Newcastle, October, Birmingham, November. And then we'll be back for the Christmas party in London for December. Yeah, so Birmingham, I'll look at doing a live trading day, but that won't, I think it's gonna, just looking at what I'm planning out on my calendar right now, will be November. Um, I am doing a 2-day trading course at the end of June. Anna's up for Leeds and Manchester. Lovely. Yeah. So I'll keep everyone posted. I'm having my website rebuilt. Um, just out of curiosity, who's the one thing about the polls on YouTube, it doesn't show me who's voted. Yeah, I'll start working on these and getting dates sent out. But they're going to be on a calendar. I'll get the calendar set up on my website. But yeah, my website is going to be rebuilt. There's loads of issues on the website at the minute, so I'm just literally getting it all shut down, not shut down, all the crap taken off, and we're having a rebuild. So keep you posted. But yeah, I'm going to put all events on the website, so when you go to the website, you can see what's coming up, and you can book in via the website. Scott's July. Okay, 5th, 6th July. Yeah, at the minute it is pending. I've already got people that have secured their seats for the 28th and 29th of June. Um, but I'm just offering it other than what I've done here on YouTube, which is primarily members, to be fair. I have I'm just waiting for the hotel to confirm the room tomorrow. But I did speak with one of the guys this morning and they said the 20th, 29th was available and the 21st, 22nd. But I can't do the 21st, 22nd. Unfortunately, my missus is working away. So I'll have no one to look after the little ones. So apologies about that. But uh, right, 1 minute. Got plans with the missus on the 28th, stag do on the 4th of July, birthday on the 15th. Simon, you're just so busy, mate. You're just so busy. Have your birthday in London and just come straight to the session on the 5th. Okay, gold. We could be setting up for the BPC. Then you get married, skint and busy. Love it. Congratulations, mate. Okay, if we get a 30-minute close back below the level, you do have BPC on the cards. Right, let's have a look at the NASDAQ. What's going on? Gold's dropping. DAX is sinking. Here we go. Just wait, see if buy's set up here. Hmm, not a lot going on. All right, guys, I'm gonna give it 2 more minutes, and I'm gonna call it a day because there's nothing happening for me to get involved in. So rather than just sat here staring at the charts, waiting for it to move somewhere that I can take advantage of, which I don't think is gonna happen for me today, to be fair. Yeah, let's sit tight, guys. Sit tight. We'll come back tomorrow. We'll come back and raid the pit bank. See if you can get buys here. If we get a buy candle here, or if it's just going to break out, then you got sells. Preference would be for buy a candle to set up and then look for the longs. What's that? NAS breakout short triggering. Ah, okay, that was the alert just set for here. All right, guys, I'm going to call it a day. There's nothing for me to trade. If we saw this breakout below here, then fantastic. I'd look for sells. If we get buyer candles form and from here, then we've got BPCs. If not, and price then just rallies and takes out the highs, then we've got breakout long. But yeah, as it stands right now, there's nothing for me at the minute. So I will see you 7 a.m. tomorrow, members. Everyone else, 1 p.m. tomorrow. Guys, thanks for your comments and your feedback over the last few videos. Appreciate that. Um, in the meantime, if you can please keep doing what you're doing, which is like, share, and comment. Any sort of feedback is always appreciated. Good, bad, and ugly feedback is always appreciated. The bad feedback, well, then I know what I need to work on. The good feedback, I'll do more of it. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye bye.